Yeso yo Mbonga réveil na ngai kobeta mokolo nini Ebongo livre ya vie na ngai komi na page nini papa Bibo na ngai kotoboka mokolo nini Yesu
When the young people protest, what they do, they arrest them and they go kill them and they bury them in a
Yo Nzambo yo Nzamba pasteur Florine Pangi Ima yo Nzambo yo Nzamba pasteur Coutinho Fernando Ima yo Nzambo yo Nzamba pasteur Sonika Fluta Ima yo Nzambo yo Nzamba pasteur Shadrach Mubanga Ima yo Nzambo yo Apôtre Mutombole Papa Ngaye Nzamba pasteur Okina Mangebu Papa Bana yo Nzambo yo Okosaka Teima yo Nzambo yo Olobaka solo pape yo Nzambo yo yo Nzambo yo yo Nzambo yo Ima yo Nzambo yo Papa yo lobaki okosala Papa yo lobaki okosala Papa natamboli pe mingi yo Papa bafingi kai mingi yo Papa moteme komi kobanga Papa nakomi kolenga Papa yo lobaki okosala Katina bomo inanga iye Papa batemwe bazalaki Tango yo lakaki nga yo yo Papa yo lobaki okosala Papa sekola lobako Nzambo yo Nzamba couple olangi Papa yo Nzambo yo Nzamba potodo Ima yo Nzambo yo Nzambe ya Daniel Biana Papa sembola lobo Yo Nzambo yo Ima yo Nzambo yo Ima yo Nzambe nanga yo Papa na fandaki nanga yo Papa na yebaki yo te Papa yo luki na marie Papa yo lobi na kosala Ngala kosala nelanga na yo Papa na telemi na bandi kosala Papa makamba mweko kisama Papa na zeli pe mingi yo Papa na luki na losambo Yesu yo lobi na ngai ninye Nzamba pasteur Bob Kalonji Papa Bane yo Nzambo Nzamba pasteur Fumumba Elika na ngai papa Nzamba Desire Lolo na mama Linda Masunga Konga Nzamba papa Sida na mama Kika Yo Nzambo yo Ima yo Nzambo yo Papa tala baklebele Papa baye ko luka yo Papa baye ko talanga yo Papa basusu basangi kobota Papa basusu basana malade Papa basusu basangi misala Papa basusu basangi kimya Papa baye ko luka yo Basusu bakanga mina milimwa mabe Papa yo sembola loboko ima Maina kanga kina lobaki
that your dad was someone who wept, you can't say that. So those women, you see some of them here, they just pretend to say to the children, that is in Congo, that is this. Because they can't tell them what happened to them. Because other children will call them bastard children without parents. The parents don't want to tell them. So many Congolese you see walking around, some of them just have the courage to speak. And some women, they don't want to share the story because if they found out they were raped, no Congolese men would like to go out with them. This is very traditional. And the women would just pretend. They would say to you a different story because they know what's going to happen to them. The Congo issue is very tragic, extremely dangerous place. And I'm very surprised always here when I look in immigration, the way they treat Congolese. I will say to myself, is there anything we can show to the rest of the planet something is wrong in Congo? People asking for evidence, but those evidence they had. I'm very scared to show most of the time the pictures of what is happening in Congo. Some of them you can't even look to. You never see young 1 month old baby, 3 months old baby, be cut hair in the middle of the corridor in the presence of the parents. Mom is looking and somebody come to machete, head off of your child. And this is traumatizing things. And you see some of Congolese people walking in the street, they were victims of that. And most of those atrocities are committed by the police and the local army, the government, the Congolese authority. They are using this strategy to intimidate people. strategy sometimes is to replace the village by some other different people. It's very difficult when you see what is happening in the
frère ma gloire
Zuanga mosali na yo Zuanga imwana tyo Nasali yo mabe migyo Pasele kelinga yo Nasenga bambongo na nga yo Bomengo na ngai nyoso Nakenda mosika na yo Nasilisi yango na ambiance o Nakomi kolia na bangulo Kolala kaka na bangulo Natali boyenga na lobi Nazonga ndakwa babotie Natali boyenga na lobi Nazonga ndakwa baboti nanga Ima na ye na yeswe
Ote na miko
Ngayoyo nazongi ndako
Ote na miko
Ngayoyo nazongeli baba
Ote na miko
Yawe suwanga mosali na sokola kayo makolo chabe Suwanga mosali na kombola ka eklesia chabe Suwanga mosali na pangusa ka baba na eklesia Suwanga mosali na salaka oyo lingi na sala ye Ngayoyo na ye na yesu
Ote na miko
Ngayoyo nazongeli papa
Ote na miko
Papa esika na uti na moni pasi mingyo Kupalanga ye Ngayoyo nazongi ndakwa baboti
Ote na miko
Ngayoyo na ye
Ote na miko
Papa nanga atindanga memanga esika olingi na kotoka Ngayoyo nazongi ndakwa
Ote na miko
Yesoyo sala nanga yo lingi
Ote na miko
Zuanga mosali na salaka mosala na ete Zuanga mosali na tambolaka partout na te ya liloba Ngaye na ye na yeswe pote na likao Ngayo nazongeli papa pote na likao Nazongi ndakwa baboti
Ote na miko
Ima na ye na yeswe
Ote na miko
Ima nazongi ndakwe
Ote na miko
Oh Nzambe évangéliste Kiziamina Kibila Nzamba couple Simeon Mamboli kotika Nzambe de wala lekolo ya mabuda Nzambe kanisa pe ale wakana Papa Charles Mumba ya kele liboso Nzamba pambola yo Oh Nzamba Pasteur Richard Zembo ezali bondeli na yo Nzamba Pasteur Claude na Kimpese Nzamba Pasteur Léonard Luemba Et Nzamba Pasteur Hippolyte
Something I can share with you today, you'll be surprised at what the authority doing in Congo, which immigration they don't know much about. They have a category of people they think they are just like a small victim of people, but who have the courage to condemn them. So they want to intimidate them the most than those people they know they well know. So if they know, okay, she's someone already, she's not in a country, and she lives, for example, in Senegal, the Congolese authority will work with the Senegalese authority to send her back to Congo. Then they will show on the national television, you see this person? She went to Senegal to say something bad about me, now she's back, straight to the prison. To scare everyone else not to leave Congo. And we know this. I will never prefer to go any French-speaking country. And even when you're those French-speaking country, you still feel like you're not safe. Now, what they've done recently, they had a group of Congolese people from Zambia. Zambia is another English-speaking country, but we share border. Because the president has got a good relation with the person just died. The president who died, and it was Maui. I can't remember his name. The Zambia president, and he had a good relation. Not the current one, the previous one. He had good relation with the president. What they done? They sent the local Congolese people back from Zambia. You see that? So even in those African countries, you feel unsafe, you feel insecure. Look what happened in Brazzaville. I don't know if you watched the story. Now, we got more than 10,000 Congolese people now still living in a refugee camp in Kinshasa. I should send you those pictures as well, probably. Those people were left to Congo, they go to Brazzaville. Now, what the authority did, they made some arrangement with the Brazzaville authority, and they send those Congolese people back to Brazzaville. You know, some of those people, they don't have family in Kinshasa. Because the atrocity in Congo is not only happening in the capital. The whole Congo, even in small village. If I have those pictures, I don't know if you may be able to look at them. They're not very good, but just to show an example, this is not in the capital. About 4 weeks ago, you can see what is happening even to, what is happening even to young people, even pregnant women. If you see those images, you will see what is happening. Yes. Anyone want to see it?
Can I ask you a question? So Nick has told you that the last percentage of our guests here in the asylum centre are Congolese, and I've been privileged to speak with a lot of women over the last 4 years, you know, in confidence here. So I'm quite familiar with their plight, but I was wondering, as the man sitting next to you came and registered with us today, and what was going on, and how he benefited from what we offered today, but also if there was anything specific that perhaps we could include, given that we have such a large number of Congolese.
Thank you. I can take the second one.
It was just forgive my ignorance.
Sure.
I'm hearing a lot of the terrible things that are happening in Congo.
Yeah.
And it seems senseless and cruel. And I wondered if at the base of this there is a specific conflict that can be resolved, or if this is about the need to invest in governance and to put institutions of states in place so that a regime that is responsible and accountable can come into power.
Yeah.
What do you see when you say, I haven't saved my people? What would saving your people look like?
Thank you. That's very interesting. Can we start from the first question? There's a lot to be done. I can mention this. We have to be very fair. I say this to Nick even in email. Congolese, when they come here, they're very happy. You never notice that probably they haven't got the courage to share. It's something, when you got a lot of stress and then going through a lot, sometimes you can't express your feeling properly. But they're very happy here. The service they receive is extremely good. I can mention again, even the small support they receive is a lot for them. It's not only helping them, it helps even people back home.
They're very vocal in their appreciation.
Yes, thank you. But one thing I can mention, could be an additional one. Here is only parents. We can have people without children as well. They're really going through a lot. If there's anything to be done to help most of them, I know this place is going to be more smaller. Because people without children are still in need as well. They're going through a lot. Can I give an example? There was a lady. She is now 74 years old. One day she called me. I went to see her in her room. She went to see a GP. They refused to have her because she's asylum seeker. And being asylum seeker, you don't have a free treatment. She had to pay for the treatment. She was not feeling well. And the situation was serious. I said, this is not going to be possible. I tried to call priests, rabbi, friends. I said, this is more serious. And then one day, about 2 to 3 days, I said, okay, I'm going to sign. I'm going to sign in the hospital. Probably I'll start paying small amounts. Maybe they can treat her. So I go to the hospital, I speak to the doctors. She's asylum seeker. She's going through this is now 3 days. I can't help. She can't have a GP. And now she has to see the attention of the doctors. You want her to pay for the fees. I'm not her child, but I'm just somebody in the community, I'm the leader. I'm working, I'll do my best to pay what I can. I want to sign that. They don't even care. They ask me to sign. I sign, they send me a bill. I think £9,000. Yes, I have it. So that is what is happening. They treat her, they send me the bill. The bed was about £400. I looked at the bill, I was like, oh my God. So it's issue happening. People going through a lot. Anything that could help would be great. Being asylum seeker, they don't have access to free treatment. Especially if the case is being refused. Yes. I will answer the second. Can I take that?
Sorry. What do you think is the impact of the intervention of the International Criminal Court? I think a few weeks ago there was the trial of Jean-Pierre Bombou, and I think he was the first man convicted of war crimes for rape because it is actually now recognised as a crime against humanity. I think there were 5,000 victims, and the court now has a full guarantee that tries to indemnify victims of these offences. And how do you feel the impact of that? Is there any real benefit? What's the real benefit really of the intervention of the court? And do you feel that's helpful?
It will help. I'm not aware of that myself. I'm very pleased to hear that. I'm not. When that happened? Is it a couple of months?
Very recently, it's only like 2 weeks ago or something.
2 weeks ago. Oh, great.
Yeah.
That will go. It's going to have a good impact. I like that. I'm not aware of that really, so it's going to be good. As soon as they start condemning that, it's going to be on the news and people will use that as a reference. It's going to be good. But, yeah. So.
Anyone to answer that question?
Yeah, please. The question was, especially when I said I have to help my people and the sea of the stability of the regime may have some impact and what could be done, and probably having more accountable leaders in the country. It's difficult when I mention about Congo. We have a constitution in Congo. The constitution says clear that anyone going to lead the country have only 2 terms, one and the second one. The current president has been there 15 years. Now, what he has done now, he has a change again. What he's trying to do now. He's trying to change the constitution of the country for him to remain indefinitely in the power. Now, the difficult situation now in the Congolese people is people had enough, and they are ready to give up their life. And we're going to go through another form of serious abuse in Congo. Because the killing is already higher, and the regime is really using power by force, so they're going to be more continuously killing in Congo. We did I think on the 3rd of July, we organized a demonstration here. We were calling British government to help. And I'm very pleased, I have to be honest. The position America and Britain has taken is extremely good. They have said to the authority, the Congolese authority, you have killed enough people, you have to stop now. And we don't want you to be there anymore. You have to organize election in November. Now, what the government said, they don't have money to organize election. Completely nonsense. So they don't just try to stay there indefinitely by saying there's no money to organize election, so they have to carry on because there will be no election in Congo. So we're going to see again another form of killing in Congo. There's no accountable government. The power is being used by force. We got dictator regime. So the only way we can work is by having more input from power nation, like Britain, like America, Belgium, France, and the different countries who are willing to help, to give life to people who really deserve to live. That's the only hope we have. But in the country, the opposition leaders are in the prison. I don't know how many of them are in the prison. The person who even contesting the election of the leader is now living in Belgium for 4 years. So everybody's trying to contest against the authority in Congo. You will see yourself in a prison, or they will fabricate a story about you. It's a completely difficult situation.
Is this the leadership that was in power when you left?
This is another one. And that one I left was a different one, but that one killing my parent is this one. And I'll come back fix.
Can I switch tension back to the UK and here?
Yeah.
I'm really interested in understanding better how the sort of services we offer here actually make any material difference to the plight of asylum seekers. I mean, you talked about the length of time people are here, and we know a lot about the restrictions on what they can do and so on. What I find quite difficult to understand is how what we're doing has any material impact on their lives while they're here as asylum seekers.
Are we talking about the service here or the authority?
Here, what we're providing, how it fits in with other services they're getting, other voluntary organisations and so on. I just don't understand what the relevance is of what, I mean, I can see it's helpful, I can see people are grateful, but I don't really understand how significant it is in their lives and what the important parts of what we're doing really are.
I can imagine there is more than 4 different things personally, because I've been here myself more than once, and I heard many stories as well from different people. Very common one is the time they come here with the children, and they spend them in an environment they see love, they see careness, they see people who are accepting them without a judgment. That is something you probably don't feel that much about. This is something in our tradition that we say this: I'll better be in a house where somebody welcome me than being in a house where somebody gonna beat me up. You say that. It's in our tradition we say that. I don't know how to translate that exact language, but when I come to your house and you welcome me, you're happy with my child, you're happy with me, it's better than give me food, it's better than give me house, give me car. You welcome me, that's very good. And they have that in here. And number 2, they also have something which is contributing to themselves. They have clothes, they have assistance. I see one lady was saying to me, one day she was even given extra support for her to make her interview. Because she called me, she said, is anyone going to take me to the interview? Because my interview is on Friday. I said to her, I'll get someone, one of our directors to go with you. But have you got transport? Yes, I was given transport already. Okay. I went to the center and they gave me transport. I said, well done, that's good. Yeah, that really helped a lot there. So it's something, I know that people share that with me. You know, they come here, they had an interview and they were given some support.